Christ, you're all amazing. Thank you for an awesome day. Thank you that today we could go get pizza, get some garlic rolls, drink delicious beverage, and just worship you from the tasty things of earth.
All right.
What's up, Logan? You call us right at the start of prayer read.
Brilliant.
There we go. Jesus, as we step into exploring the writings of the ancients, please reveal to us what it meant to them, and in return what it means to us in the hope of your death and resurrection. Thank you for the kingdom of God, just heaven, just approaching earth, as we wait for the divine day where everything's tested by you. One false name, amen. Genesis chapter 15, 16 to 21, on being fair to the peoples of Canaan. In the fourth generation they'll return here, because the waywardness of the Amorites is not yet complete. The sun went down and it was dark, and there a smoking firepot and a blazing torch that passed between those pieces. On that day Yahweh sealed a covenant with Abram, saying, to your offsprings I am giving this country, from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates, the Canaanites, the Kenizzites, the Cadmonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Raphaites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites.
Pop-Tart.
The first time we went to Hebron, a chief city in the southern part of the West Bank that is presumably the scene of the story. At least Abraham was based there at the end of chapter 13 and is still based there in chapter 18. We visited the shrine where Abraham and Sarah are buried, and also the market where a jocular merchant offered me 6 cows for Anne and our 2 boys. Whoa.
I didn't know they were, like, they're mummies?
Yeah, there's a lot of shrines all over the place where they think that like Abraham and Sarah have died and been buried. There's like churches where we're built upon like the tomb of like Peter, stuff like that, all over the place.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
That is crazy.
Well, yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Just this part, that is just wicked. Over the years that have passed, I have often wondered what happened to that merchant. Not long afterward, we also visited Gaza, where our little sons played on the golden sandy beach, and we watched the surf and talked with a Palestine teenager who hoped next year to go to medical school in Cairo. As events unfurled over subsequent decades in Gaza, I have often wondered what happened to that young man. The way things subsequently worked out for this part of the Holy Land could easily make one wonder whether the country where the merchant and the teenager lived had a curse on it. The people of Hebron, like the people of Gaza, nearly all Palestinians wanted to have their own freedom. Yet for many Israelis and many Christians, Hebron in particular is not so much part of the West Bank or part of Palestine, but part of Judea and Samaria, part of the country promised to Abraham. It might seem odd, even wrong, for Israel simply to surrender it. Yet how could God simply give this country to another people such as the Canaanites? Do they not have rights? Do the Palestinians not have rights? As is the case with the choice of Abraham rather than anyone else, sometimes God's reaction to such questions is to say, tough, I'm God. I do what I like, and there is a bigger picture you need to take account of. That bigger picture is often more important than the rights of individuals or particular peoples. On other occasions, the Bible recognizes the property of such questions. Not property, propriety, you think? Propriety?
Propriety.
Yeah, propriety. Okay. Propriety? Okay. On other occasions, the Bible recognizes the propriety of such questions, as Genesis does here. When God promised that Abraham's family would come into possession of this country, one might reasonably have thought it would happen soonish. Maybe Abraham would be a grandfather before it came about, but it would surely be in his lifetime. It did not happen this way, and Abraham is told, you're done with that? Thank you. All right. It did not happen this way. And Abraham is told it will not happen. His sons, his grandsons, and his great-grandsons will all pass on before his descendants left Egypt to set off to come to this country as the fourth generation in terms of the story in Genesis and Exodus. Though Exodus implies that an unspecific further number of generations of unnamed descendants of Abraham and Sarah passed before that happened, hence the 400 years Genesis spoke of earlier in the chapter. Why was that? Genesis here explains that the waywardness of the Amorites was not yet complete. Here, as sometimes elsewhere, Amorites is a general term for the people of Palestine, parallel to the Canaanites. Who they are in that general sense is spelled out by the subsequent list of peoples. In the books that follow Genesis, it will be clear that their waywardness does become complete. It reaches full measure, reaches the point where God says, enough. One can see some of the reasons in the account the Old Testament gives of these people's religion, such as the practice of child sacrifice. Israel behaved in the same ways as the Torah fears, and its own waywardness will similarly eventually reach the point when God says enough. And Israel gets the boot, gets thrown out of the country, just as their predecessors had been. I know, it's like the boot.
No, you know what I call it? Because they get kicked to the moon. Nah, I can't. That's right. Get out of here.
It is likely that the Amorites, Canaanites, are already involved in such practices. Genesis 13 has told us that the people of Sodom were notoriously wicked. Genesis 18:19 will give a more concrete account of that and will illustrate how God is already prepared to say enough. Yet Abraham relates in easygoing ways with these other peoples in the country, as we have seen in Genesis 14, and with Israel in later centuries. God waited for generations before finally declaring enough. As the Old Testament puts it, God is long-tempered. Usually you do not get judged as soon as you do something wrong. God likes to wait to see if you may turn from your wrongdoing. Perhaps God has already been waiting and longing in connection with the Amorites, Canaanites. But either because their lives are not so awful now or because they need to be given opportunities to change, God is not yet willing to throw them out of the country. So Abraham will have to wait. It will not be fair to throw them out at the moment. The chapter may help us see something of how God might look at the Middle East today. God made a commitment to the Jewish people, one relating specifically to their flourishing as a people and to their being able to view the country of Canaan as theirs. Yet God is committed to being fair and merciful in relation to all peoples and thus to the Palestinians, who also have a deep and long-standing love for and involvement with this country. God then has the problem of working out how to implement these two commitments. Being God does not make such problems go away. The Old Testament pictures God as often involved in judgment calls about whether a given moment is one for being hard or for being merciful, and as one who makes such decisions on a 51-49 basis. That is one reason why it is always worth urging God to have a change of mind, as Abraham does in Genesis 18. It may not take much to push God to reverse the 51 and the 49. In working out how to implement commitments, God thus takes account of the facts on the ground. Genesis 18 will again illustrate this, where God goes to look at the facts on the ground before going firm on a decision about what to do. Like a U.S. president and commander-in-chief visiting the field rather than simply making decisions in the White House war room on the basis of advice from his staff. The point is illustrated here by the references to the country's dimensions and the peoples there. God promised Abraham's descendants a domain extending from the Nile to the Euphrates. This includes much of Egypt as well as Mesopotamia, which must have made Abraham's eyes widen. Solomon's realm did come close to having such an extent, but within the Old Testament there are various different accounts of how extensive Israel's country is to be. How God makes things work out varies with the historical and political circumstances as God thinks through how to bring about the best implementation of conflicting principles. By means of the ritual described here, God is saying, as I walk between the parts of these animals, I say, may the same thing happen to me as happens to these animals if I do not keep my promise to Abraham. That is how far God will go to give Abraham a sign that the promise really will be fulfilled. God will not be able to get out of it because it will involve risking God's own life. It is a figure of speech, but it says something profound. God's very own being is put on the line when God makes a promise. If God does not keep it, God ceased to be God. One way or another, therefore, God has to work out how to do it. So it's crazy is, and I think this like gives us hope, is even in the time of how Yahweh waited for the people, for the Canaanites and the Amorites in the land to repent. He didn't immediately promise Abraham and give the Amorites, Canaanites the boot, but he waited. And I think that gives us hope because we know our faults. I feel like our faults are always in the front of our face, like on our nose, just there. And we wonder about God's merciful love, his grace. But you see, he waits, and what he's waiting for is just repentance. In that repentance, he declares you good. And he's always in our mess. He leans towards mercifulness. Okay, go ahead. How you doing, Logan? How's homework? All right. Let's start. Genesis chapter 16. Actually, I want to give Logan a chance. Logan, would you like to pray before our next section? Logan? Oh, okay. On not being able to have a baby. Now Sarai, Abraham's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian. But Logan? No, thought I heard a little microphone pop. But okay, let's just continue. Now Sarah, Abraham's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian maidservant whose name was Hagar. So Sarah said to Abram, "Now Yahweh has stopped me from bearing children. You sleep with my maidservant, perhaps I shall be built up through her." Abraham heeded the voice of Sarah, and Sarah, Abram's wife, took Hagar the Egyptian, her maidservant, after Abraham had been living in the country of Canaan for 10 years, and gave her to Abram as a wife, and he slept with Hagar. People who cannot have children may go to huge lengths to fill their longing. Yesterday I noticed in the newspaper an advertisement for a free lunch and seminar on how to start a family by surrogacy. It involved going to India, where doctors can implant a woman's egg in the local person so she can bear the baby when the first woman finds it impossible to carry a baby to term. The reason for considering the idea is that it costs only $30,000 or so. It costs 2 or 3 times more in the United States. The first time we met Sarah, Genesis told us about her not being able to have children. So in one sense, there's nothing new about the way this chapter begins. But 4 chapters have passed, and that has added several new considerations. 10 years have also passed. On the Old Testament figures, this means Sarah is 75. If you want to check the calculations, they are based on Genesis 12, 16, 17. Sarah is also so beautiful that Abraham could correctly suspect that Pharaoh would want her for his harem. We might need to half the numbers to get to a more literal age, but with any count, her biological clock is racing, if it has not stopped. Another consideration is the fact that as the years pass, Abraham and Sarah will be less and less able to make charge of the family business. When your children are young, you look after them. When you are old, they look after you. But beyond that, Sarah's having children has acquired a momentum importance that it did not have when we first met her. God's promised that Abraham is to have thousands of offsprings. Now, from time to time, people came to believe God had made them impossible promises. And one wonders how they will live with these promises and whether they will wonder whether God really made them or will need to find a way of reinterpreting them, or whether they need to help God fulfill them. Further, God's promise to Abraham concerns not merely the fulfillment of the regular human need and longing for children, It also relates to God's purpose not merely to bless Abraham and Sarah, but to bless the whole world. Sarah is the first of a line of women who will have babies against all the odds in a way that brings together the longing of their own hearts and the purpose of God. Hannah of 1 Samuel and Elizabeth and Luke are two spectacular examples. When Abraham and Sarah watch the years pass and Sarah never gets pregnant, God's purpose, not merely their personal fulfillment or security, is at stake. Yahweh has stopped me from bearing children, Sarah says, with chilling boldness. Is she right? Genesis does not comment, although it would not think it an outlandish idea. Genesis 20 speaks of God's closing the womb of other women, and 1 Samuel speaks of God's closing Hannah's womb. Genesis 29, God opens Leah's womb. Jacob speaks of God's preventing Rachel from having children, and God eventually opens her womb. The great thing about assuming God is involved in these events is that you can pray about them, as happens in Genesis and 1 Samuel. If God closes wombs, God can open them. Sarah's proposed solution to the problem and Abraham's acceptance of it often shock Western readers, and shock is likely the reaction the author was looking for, though the factors that disturb Western readers are different from the factors that would disturb the story's original listeners. First, it may seem that Sarah is proposing that Abraham commit adultery and that Abraham then does so. That is not the case. But Sarah proposes that Abraham take another wife. That may seem just as bad, given that Western societies do not approve of polygamy and general outlaw it, but that simply shows that there is a difference between Western and traditional societies. One of my African students described to me how his father became head of his village and therefore wanted to take another wife because of the status he now had. His first wife agreed and suggested a friend of hers. One of my Egyptian students described how today in upcountry areas a woman might suggest that her husband take a second wife for precisely the reason described in the story. The second wife then gets pregnant. She will have her baby while lying between the legs of the first wife, so that the first wife shares in the birth and the baby belongs at least as much to her as to the second wife. Symbolically, the first wife has had the baby, so the community will view the child as the first wife's. Rachel's proposal in Genesis 30 will work in a similar way. While the Bible from the beginning implicitly regards lifelong monogamous heterosexual marriages as God's intention and thus regards polygamy as in principle not the best thing, neither the Old nor New Testament prohibits it. Various stories in Genesis shows how it can be a solution to some problems, but also that it brings problems of its own. For Hagar, it means she moves from being a servant to being a wife. How did she come to be a servant in the first place? Perhaps Abraham and Sarah brought her with them from Egypt, in which case they might have taken her into their household as a servant because she had no family or because her family was in financial trouble. Or perhaps she had escaped from Egypt subsequently for similar reasons. Or because she was already a servant, a family that had ill-treated her, and joined them as a servant. In polygamous households, wives have different status. Women who are often referred to as concubines are actually secondary wives. So the word concubines comes across misleadingly in English. They are real wives, but they have a less advantaged legal position. For instance, their children might not have the same inheritance rights as a primary wife. But it was better to be a secondary wife than a servant or someone whom the master of the house could with because she was just a servant or slave. Abraham has to establish Hagar's new status before he can sleep with her, and Hagar would have the right to refuse his change of status, though it is unrealistic to think of it as exactly a free choice, like the destiny Noah wishes on Canaan. Her position is a little like that of Mexican workers in the United States, who may not care for spending their time cleaning houses for U.S. citizens, but what choice do they have? If Hagar refuses Abraham, she risks making her position more vulnerable. If she accepts the new position, it vastly enhances her status and makes her position more secure, except that things do not work out that way. As Genesis 1-2 implies, all this presupposes that marriage do not center merely on love. Romance is not the be-all and end-all of an understanding of marriage as it is in Western culture. All right, friend, we can start. Oh, yeah. Well, first, try it. See if the code works. Yeah.
Yes, I did it.
Remember the guide says when you use those fighting styles, remember you got to set the timer on your auto clicker.
Okay.
Okay. This will be this one time. Since you're just learning, I'm being very flexible right now. I'll be right back.
I'm winning it out.
All right, I'm starting BlueStacks. What the heck? Why the heck did it automatically put me in this game? Oh, did I actually click a game? Oh, I'm such a silly goose. There we go. Alright, this is only for the stats reset.
Hello?
Hello!
Hello?
Let's look at the level up guide. What, after this allotment of Midnight Sun, would you like to Don't Starve Together, Houston?
That depends. Would you like to join us, Logan? Or is he
He
not
has
here?
schoolwork, and he hasn't responded for a while.
Okay. I'll say yes then.
Okay. Game fill starts. Do I already have it open? Okay. There we go. Okay, so
Well, I'm at least I need some in the gun to
I
get
want-
them all set up. But I don't really need it.
gun is just the aggro. So again, look at the.
We get that slingshot.
It's not about damage; it's about aggro.
So we need a.
So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna teach you something. Okay, you ready? Grab it. Hit the Windows button. Hit calculator. It's the second one. All right. So put in 840
Oh, I never seen.
Ooh, dude.
times
Logan,
Divide or time?
times. Then put 0.6.
what are you up to, Logan?
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Homework.
504.
Huh?
In the defense or melee?
It says 60% in the melee, so 0.6 is 60%. Right, did I do that right? If you times by 0.6, that's 60%.
That is 60%. A percentage of 100 or 1 is 60. Point
504 in the melee is 60. Look at the guide. I'm going to challenge you to do your own research. Look at the guide.
Wait, okay, I'll put 504 in the defense.
No. No, it says 60% melee, 40% defense. Look again, look at the guide. Look at the guide, please. Scroll down. Look for Fusing Buddha. Okay. So you don't if awaken. So that's for if to awaken. So right here. If you're going with simple Buddha or any element for it, simply put your stats as. Nope, right here. So we already did. So we took 840, which was our max, times. Mm-hmm. Then you put the rest in defense. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, hit X. There we go. And then do again. You actually put points into. What's that plus 26 on sword? It's just your sword. It gives you 26 points. Oh, okay. So then, there you go. Hit 504.
Oh wow.
plus. There you go.
The rest in defense.
And then the rest in the defense.
Wow.
Street Fighter 6 actually topped the CS:GO in the top sellers.
There you go. And then run around with use your
What game?
Street
So
Fighter
now
6.
try your Buddha.
Oh wow.
You do more damage now.
Interesting.
So now you want to look for fighting styles and stuff like that.
So now,
So refer to the guide. Look at the useful information. Just read over, get it. Reading over will get you a good general sense.
Oh.
Do you need help finding fighting styles? So this is for third seat. Now we'll watch this game go to a slow. But yeah, now you get aggro multiple things and just do your melee. Because look, they're barely hurting you. Look at your health. Yeah, like they're like your health is still max. Like they didn't do any damage to you.
Lag.
Yep. I hit escape now. I'm gonna go use the restroom while my game does the initial main area long load.
What?
Oh, just Marvel Midnight Suns stuff.
Oh, right.
What are you up to, Logan?
Gungan.
Logan?
Gungan.
Bogan?
Hello?
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 Hello, 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 hello? I hear you.
Do you though?
I do. Waiting a million
Listen
years
better.
for this game to stop loading slow. All right, let's try something. Yes.
Dang it.
Confirm. Huh.
Oh,
So if my advice be 2 melee, 1 defense. Every time. Yep. Every time you level up. Then after that, you do 2. Once you max out melee, it'll be 2 sword, 1 defense.
Well, I like how I just hit them from this barrel.
Is that the recommendation? Is the Grand Yeti?
This is just the fastest money. Because Saber's hurt for me. But I really, the Yeti's so dumb and I'm so much higher than him.
I bet you could take Saber with no problem now.
Well, it does have a range attack.
But with your health and all the points you have melee, I bet you'll have no problem with it.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Saber.
Wow, how did I have Saber full?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go! I left 15 money. I can't literally just find the ammo. Like this.
Look at that.
That was easy. If I will. Ah, no. I picked them up. Like a third step. Right?
Mm. Yeah. I think I want to try installing my other hard drive. See if there's something wrong with. I don't know. It's the last. I haven't. It's the last thing I haven't tried.
You get gold.
Yeah. Again, the focus now is not on PvP but PvE.
Gosh, I gotta sneeze.
Sure.
Watch this. No way I can drive. But I say, if I can drive the boat and super big. Are you ready to see where it is? Wait, you ready? Okay, you ready? You see how it's a different color? You ready? Look.
Oh.
Yes.
Need 150.
Oh, I'm buying one.
I say just level up and just get your money from the level up grind area for your level.
Yeah, but that doesn't give a lot of money.
Yeah, but you're still leveling up, so you'll eventually get the money. That's what I'm saying. Because then you'll be able to take on even higher things that give more money, you know?
Yeah, I'll try it.
And now you also will be able to take on more. You'll be able to take on 5 at a time and things like
With
that.
my cannon.
Yeah, you could use that to aggro more. And always refer to the guide if you need to know what to do next. What's the best strat?
No, whenever I want to boom myself. Free cannon. Get the cannon.
I'm surprised you're not grabbing the chest.
I don't need to do what you did. Don't give a lie.
Hmm.
Who are you? Let's do this. And just screw it. Where are you, buddy?
While I wait for that to install, I'll play some Brotato.
What's potato?
You've seen it.
Oh, is it like that?
What about Brotato?
I'm waiting for. I'm trying installing on a different hard drive. See if that does any difference.
Oh, what happened?
It's still that very slow
Oh,
load in Midnight Sun.
You might not be able to get rid of that.
Yeah, it's the last thing for me to try.
That's just been so hard.
Because if it's on an SSD and it's running slow, you only can get worse
Yeah.
at that point.
Just seeing if there's some sort of setting I made in the past that has messed up things, but putting on a different hard drive will then do fresh settings.
Oh,
Like, is it crashing on the loading screen?
It just goes at a draw to super low speeds.
hey. Get away.
Why not?
So then something disabled the 2K launcher that helps. Apparently it might be the 2K launcher.
Huh.
People was saying in like minutes to seconds of load times with that.
Hmm.
So maybe reinstall Midnight Suns onto your SSD.
Oh, it originally was on my SSD.
No, I'm saying like put it back on there.
I want to first give it a shot now since I've done all of the already waited.
Oof.
And then I'll reinstall on the SSD and then try the 2K, disabling the 2K launcher options.
I guess it's time to watch you sit through a load time so long you can make a thing of coffee.
I was already at that spot.
Interesting. Streaming Brotato saying it's Midnight Suns.
Well, that was the original intent, but how was the? It's 41%.
I mean, I guess at least you can play another game while you're waiting for it to load.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I mean, like in general, like it's like, oh, loading screen, Alt Tab, play Brotato for 10 minutes, an entire wave.
I'm gonna do even more damage.
Also, today I had a ketchup chip,
I catch up what?
tangy ketchup Dorito.
Huh.
Yum.
How was it?
Not bad. It was not bad. I wonder if it's the same type of ketchup chip that other countries usually have,
Hmm.
Like
or it's
the,
a little
yeah,
off because it's Dorito.
the Canada ones.
It was just like it was at a Dillon's, so it was at Kroger's.
Mm.
That what it's for?
So I don't know if it's
Yeah.
got imported or some weird thing about that.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe they're in North America now.
Who knows? Are you? Nope. You're you're doing schoolwork.
I'm playing Gungeon right now.
Oh. Apparently the. No, I already mentioned that too.
Nice.
How far are you in the dungeon?
Second thing right now.
Good luck.
Every day, Logan, he keeps trying to get Robin to get into Tokyo's Revenge so she could watch it with us when we're done with school.
Who?
Brendan's trying to get Robin, and she is not. She is not an anime person.
Alright.
Blah.
Ah, sucking right now.
Just needs to do some of those gateway animes. That's it. More about the story than the actual animation itself.
I know an anime she will really like. It's a romance anime.
No, I
Kimi ni Todoroki. Thank you. I have the worst guns.
What character are you playing as?
The guy with the mask, but I have the payday mask on, so
You have the payday team.
Yep.
That's one thing. That carries you.
yeah.
I
So
think one of our very first in wins was from having the payday team.
yeah. Is it a like extremely rare item?
I think
Right.
It's somewhat rare after you get it the first time. The first time you just have to go through a setup to unlock.
Hmm.
And
It's
then
my
you get,
first time using it.
yeah. Because you have to steal it the first time or something. Did you still want to play Don't Starve?
I do. The plan was for the next allotment of media.
I
Yeah.
can't find the strat. So now, guys, there's this curse that I need to get down to.
Hmm. Huh.
Yeah.
It's Mig.
Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
No more.
I'm doing the boy you.
But Logan,
Hmm.
what is love?
Booted me.
You were literally just
I'm
singing that
brutally
song.
honest. I know.
Okay.
He's going to ask
in
you
my
not
own
to
way.
hurt him too.
I don't know if that's what you're saying, but uh-oh, not the fiery rock dude. Hate this guy. Get burned with water.
Sent. Message sent.
Message sent.
Hit the bird with the water.
Let the bird hit the floor.
Oh, that's funny that you and I like had literally the same thing in our brain. Let the birds hit the floor. Let the birds hit
Is that like a meme or something, or you guys just thought of something dumb?
What? No, it's just because that it was like
the way you say hit the floor.
Uh,
it was on beat pretty much.
Mhm. You liking it now?
Ah.
Speaking of memes about music we used to listen to back in the day,
What's
though.
up?
That Evanescence.
Huh, what's up, Tinker?
which
What's that?
song?
Oh man, Everessence.
The Wake Me Up
Goofy.
Inside one?
One of the very first artists who's what's the word?
The rear turn into a meme.
They're the very
It was
first
the
artists
parody
were like,
as
I really felt
covers.
the angst of the music in my life.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll be honest, I still cry every time I hear their music.
Nothing wrong with me. Something's gotta give. This is called Brotato. I'm right now legitimately waiting for that. I've been having a lot of technical issues with this game. So I'm playing this while waiting for Midnight Sun to load. Download. It's like in the vein of like, you know, Vampire Survivor.
No,
Yes, Brotato's in the vein
No.
of Vampire Survivor.
no.
Yes. No. Maybe. Try again later.
Carry me home. Turn the lights off.
My wayward son. Carry me on my way. Maybe I just feel like having old music in my head today.
Oh my gosh. Get turtle shelled.
If you weren't playing Gungeon, I would have been very curious if you were playing Mario Kart.
Hey, Curry, what am I thinking? I'm a straight. Be riding a boat, not anymore.
Maybe I am.
Hmm. Yeah.
No more boats needed.
Let the boat hit the floor.
See, that song actually was a meme though, because that was like a big thing with early YouTube, where people would just play that song with like a YouTube tutorial or something that was just text on the video.
Mm. I miss
So-
those things. The blue screens.
Good Adam.
all the list wallpapers and all the unregistered hypercam too.
Bandicam. Or the song that goes, oh, what?
The what song?
The one that goes, oh, what?
That one?
Huh? Bo, bo, bo?
No. Like that one?
Yeah. Yeah. You should,
And then
you
there's
know
that
the
little
meme about
Love's
Brennan
Bow.
in that one?
I can't do it right now.
You should tell Brennan to sing that song for you.
Okay.
Because he used to do that when he was younger. It was his favorite song.
That's funny.
He'll be so confused when you bring that up. You should tell him. When he
Who
gets
told
home.
you? He looks at me. Who told you?
He's going to. My dad always brings it up and I just crack out laughing. Crying.
No more swimming needed. Or maybe. Hey, exercise Canada.
Do you now?
Hey, sir, tonight I have exercise Canada.
That was nice.
And if I'm with himself,
Nice.
he got that.
Are you gonna play Starbound tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so close to
gonna-
being it.
I'm just gonna see if you wanna do Children of Morcha.
Yeah. That will be the me saying, sorry, Houston David. I'm not going to do what we plan on doing.
To a bat. There's a bat, Jerry. There's a knife steel. The bat's pretty good.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, 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 go. One, nothing's wrong with me. Nothing's wrong with me. Does something gotta give?
Dad,
Okay,
now you
all right.
can win.
One thing I love about Brotato is I can stop wherever I am in a run and just go back to it.
Hmm.
It's the perfect waiting for another game to do something game.
Hey, Craig, I can
I'm
go
confused.
soon.
The heck that is doing?
All right. See if this will fix all my woes. After this.
Jerry,
Yes, friend?
I do a lot more damage now. Thanks
No.
to those steps.
Yeah, since now you actually have look at those level ups. That is funny. You actually have something that focuses on melee side. You're just not doing basic fist.
Because I can kick people now.
That's why you gotta use the goons to aggro from far away.
Well, I could just use kicks because I can do. What?
I like that
It's-
crazy range.
Get ready to go there. Get ready to go. Wait, Jerry. I got 50 minutes.
Going to
All right. Let's see what happens.
Fuck, it's on you.
Nope.
I knew it. I knew you were a monster chest.
Where it gets anxious and starts chewing on stuff.
Ah!
You gave me a shadow jutsu.
All right, let's try to save. I'm going to reinstall the SSD and then we'll try to disable the. So, fresh install even on a new hard drive, so none of my changes on anything affect it, and it's still bonkers. So now I guess we'll try disabling that thing.
Wait, Curry.
Hmm.
I think I can actually beat Jason now. Because he can't one-shot me anymore. And that's fair. Yeah, because he only has like 1,000 and like 200 health. So I can definitely beat Jason now.
Hmm.
And I feel like that would be a good accomplishment for some reason. Just to be like, come on, buddy.
Because you actually look at a guide.
And he knows a lot more about the game, but he's also a lot better than me.
Yep.
Well, he doesn't know everything because he thought Panther was the best PvE, but it turns out it's Buddha.
No, he said, well, he said that for first and third seed.
No, so according to that guide, Buddha is just the best all the way through for leveling up.
Yeah, so, and I think he said that for PvP, not PvE.
Yeah, that means he's wrong.
Any questions? Oh, my goodness. I did.
All
I
right.
think it's time to roll through. After I get.
Okay, go library. Oh no, I didn't mean to start the game. Okay, good. No, okay. Wait. Uninstall, yes. Okay, install. C drive. Install.
Wait, Curry.
Hmm.
Still. Hey, Curry, I can go to the bird.
All right. More potatoes while I wait.
Ow!
Meow.
What?
Stop playing trash roguelikes. Corey.
Trash what?
Trash roguelikes.
You talking about Brotato?
Yes.
This is a gift from Houston. It's a great game.
Trash game. Right, Usun? Yeah.
Meow.
See, he said yeah.
Meow. Are you memeing yourself again?
Do you like the show, Corey?
What show?
Tokyo?
Oh yeah, I loved it. I wanted to keep going, but someone has homework.
I'll be done tomorrow or the next day.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Just finish it already.
Curry, I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay.
Yeah, I should probably do it right now.
I win!
I'm busy in a Gungan.
Yay!
There you go.
Now I'm a giant big magma queen.
Now you're big magma dude.
Wait, Curry, I can make you.
I have DB holster.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Logan, did you need help with the gungeon?
No.
You missed it.
No call for you.
You missed it, Houston. He was trash mouthing potato.
No.
Eh. Maybe he's just slightly diabetic and can't eat potatoes.
Yeah, maybe Corey. So what?
I seen your McDonald's diet. I don't believe that. You haven't lost a
What?
foot yet with
I
that
barely eat
diet.
McDonald's. I'm like you.
To be fair, anything McDonald's is not whatever they're made out of.
I don't eat McDonald's whenever I want a cheap meal.
And I see his mini the mini candy raptors always left around my house by Logan.
Yeah, Logan.
Well, I can handle my poop.
So if anything, he's pre-diabetic, but he's not full-fledged diabetic yet.
Yeah. I mean, pre-diabetic, hey, you also shouldn't eat starchy stuff either.
But other than all that, trash game.
Yes, because it has a Flash style aesthetic, definitely.
Yes,
Definitely why.
It's a friend.
most definitely.
But look at when I do this, Curry.
Huh.
What, do you want to join me for one game?
Yeah, I would be up for that. It's otherwise I'm playing PoE instead of Diablo 4 anyways.
Hmm. Alright, I will die.
Or don't die and
I mean,
leave.
this run isn't going the best, so.
I mean, the run with me won't go the best either. I need to
Should
pay
be better
the
than this one, I'm almost dead.
That's how much I need to do.
Okay,
for my
Corey,
points.
tell me about that potato trash.
Tell you about it?
Don't be mad, that potato trash.
Hey, you could boil them.
No.
Hey, yo, I tried
You're supposed to say more than just one thing, sir.
I was letting someone else finish. Boil, smash them, stick them in the stew. Boil, smash them, stick them in the stew.
Wait, Curry. Look, you just see a tiny mag.
Not smash them, you mash them.
Look, you see a tiny mag right there all of a sudden.
Potatoes, potatoes.
No, just seen a potato in the stove, the one winged angel blend.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yes.
When I said one winged angel, it's Sephiroth's song. You know that though.
What? What do I know?
One winged angel. Sephiroth.
Oh. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Nice one. Yeah.
But yeah, just you'll have to send me a remote play together invite, Logan.
Yeah. Yep. Will do. But
Hoot.
still playing.
See, your run was too powerful to not.
You're right.
You just had to give up on it, and then suddenly you
I have
started
the-
getting
I
good.
have to be close to it.
That's happened so many times with me with Isaac before. It's like, I give up on this run and
Everything
start being
starts
reckless,
working
but
for
you start doing good.
Maybe that's the key to the universe.
It actually kind of is though. Like it's a lot of those sort of games is like don't overthink it. You need to just have so much practice that you can just do what you need to.
Yeah.
It's a big knowledge game, but it's also just an experience
Does
one. That's
Binding
why I
have-
say I'm
does-
bad at Isaac.
Does Binding have a leave comeback mechanic?
Yep.
Quick.
You do it on a per room basis.
Ah. I'll do that.
I think Brotato also does though. Too.
Yeah, it does. From the games I've seen Broheim play on Roblox, I think it's fine to finally open the can of beans on Binding of Isaac.
Roblox has gotten that bad.
Dude, there's
Oh,
like
no.
one where like he played a game where he like eats poop and then throws up all over the place.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Lived alone in a
that's very similar.
hmm.
I don't think that.
No, dude, I've seen you play
Yeah, I've seen you play.
it. I've seen you.
Yikes.
The poop.
Ooh.
No bomber.
Yep, that's poop that you shoot to get resources. No, it's a row game, so you get to the very end kind of thing.
Oracle.
Boy. You know what? I haven't started up Enter the Gungeon myself in a while.
Whoa, this is cool. A poem. Yo, tell me what you want, but do whatever you want.
Do you want to be my lover?
Do you want to be my friend?
No.
I think that's how that goes, and that's all I know about it.
I don't know if it goes.
I don't think
Oh, yeah,
it goes that way either.
Like, I don't know.
That's how the song goes.
I got it right. Oh no.
Making love is easy, but
Devastation.
friendship never ends.
Do I have the
Yeah.
secondary? Yeah, I do. I have the secondary for them. I don't have the secondary for you.
An ambulance?
Way ambulance.
Nice. Yep, it's a legit poop monster.
Nope. Okay.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I forgot I had this mode on fast.
key.
Let's get him on fast.
Oh. Feels super rusty.
You'll try me now?
Yep. I concur. I feel that way a lot too.
Also, I started on one of the hardest modes, burning floors, where the game is just mean.
Oh, big dungeon.
And don't forget that right before you had a hiatus, you unlocked an even more difficult thing too.
Ah, died. Dumb.
Oh, you died? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright. So, I invite you to a role play.
Yeah.
That's it.
I did not. Oh, there we go. See how bad this goes.
Tears can shrink enemies. Shrunken enemies can be crushed and killed by walking over them.
I mean, at least this time we actually have a controller player. Me and Corey, I've had to play on the controller.
I do need to change buttons around it, so. But that is up to you when it ever decides to load.
Okay,
Do it. Be considerate. Let him change buttons.
cool. Do it. Are
You
in?
need to go to the. Talk to the cultist first.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm player 1. Ah!
Oh.
I'll be player 2. That's the keyboard is 1. Hey, it actually stuck in it correctly. Unlike poor Corey. I think you need to move your mouse because it's not scrolling down anymore.
No. It's a map, but the goal is to get to the boss.
Okay.
No, this game is not easy.
Uh,
This game's really hard. Oh.
Let's see. I like shoot here because that's what I got used to. Dodges. There. Load is there.
Actually, I think this game came out when Minecraft came out. It might be older than Minecraft. The OG Binding of Isaac.
Oh yeah, it's very old. I wouldn't be surprised if there's references in each other.
I know there's references to Minecraft and Binding.
Use item. This button. Did I do this correctly? Yeah, I did.
And I
Sorry, Logan. I have a lot of custom buttons.
It's all good. Because if you wanna be my lover, and you can be my friend and give me a big hug.
I'm terrible. That's how you get away with using controllers. Alright, I'm good there.
Alright. Let's do
Yep.
these.
The correct buttons were chosen. I actually have muscle memory for the dodge button.
Yeah.
finally.
Ooh, nice pickup. Also fine though.
Try to remember. Yeah, let's go. Try to remember what this is, but down we go. Downpour.
Feels weird.
I agree. This is like the hardest part of me playing this
Okay.
game and then playing it with Corey was getting used to the camera.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. The camera is definitely the hardest mode in multiplayer.
The
Yeah.
camera is the worst enemy.
Can you remind
Not
me
the
what Downpour
bosses,
is,
the
Usted?
camera.
Downpour
what?
mode. You can remind me of downpour. Like I went through a door and like it's the reflection.
That's the place with the mirror and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Is
It's
it worth?
Downpour 2 has the mirror.
Okay. Is it worth doing again? So I'm doing it again.
If you can do the entire path, yes, but otherwise, no.
Oh.
Because I think you need to beat the you need to do all 3 alternate paths for like a separate boss to unlock a lot more stuff, and I don't think you have that. That was like the big difficult part. You unlocked the last time I think you played. Because the alternate path, Downpour, Mausoleum, and the mines and all that are very difficult. Compared to the base ones. But Downpour is pretty useful because you can get 2 boss items in the floor on Downpour 2 if you do it right. Because you can fight the boss and then you can fight the mirror, the reflection version of the boss.
Okay.
You get an item both times. But it's very difficult because you practically have to play as the Lost for the reflection one. So if you get hit, you death.
So is it after boss that I can do reflection?
You can do it before also.
But it's best to do it after, kind of thing.
Yeah, because then that way you know what it is, if it's even worth the effort.
Ooh,
It's also in Downpour 2, so I think you have to do it so you don't do it immediately.
Oh, so
anyways.
Downpour 1 is fight boss, kind of thing.
Yeah. Downpour 1 is like the start.
Yeah. It's a very interesting boss. I don't think I ever fought this one before. Like a little flame child.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the better bosses, not too difficult.
That's
Not too easy, but it's very thematic.
it's very interesting. Has very interesting visual effects.
Yeah.
Do we share the same money?
Yes. We share keys and money.
So it saves. How does it save?
Every room you do, you can save and quit.
Okay.
But only after you finish the room.
So I hit exit game and it'll just save.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna check the download.
That's one of the most dangerous parts of why probably Ben was able to put so many hours into it. On his phone. Was you could pick it up and drop it at any time, more or less.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, okay. Now, how do we disable the launcher? Is
I
it?
sent you a Steam guide on it.
I have via Epic.
But it should probably still be mostly the same instructions, though.
Okay.
Your trash can thing can take out the fire, Logan.
Nice.
With a loop, I think.
So how we fixed it? So all we need to do is only leave the game. Just Alt Tab, or hit Windows D. Hit Windows D.
Did I hit it?
Windows D.
No.
There you go. Now click Roblox.
I backwards to the button, so well, whatever.
Maybe I should not have used my key.
All right. There's Discord.
Maybe we'll get one from the boss.
Yeah.
Where is Discord?
Eh.
Let's close it.
Oh, this is nice that we can just...
Yeah, there's some good parts about the camera, but it's mostly difficult.
Yeah. Oh, I got it.
Follow me.
Hit that.
Trust me, and we will escape from the city.
Okay, who's
Why are
been
you singing song? Hello?
Sorry.
hello?
I had to leave and come back because Discord was being buggy and not showing up. Historical
Someone put
transform-
Sonic into your playlist. Who was it?
It's been stuck in
Probably.
my head ever since I booted up Sonic Adventures like a month ago.
Yeah, and me and Jason's
Oh, you
talk
died.
about the other Sonic music probably didn't help either. I'm alive.
Nope, I know.
Mimic. Oh, Mimo.
The birds, get out of the way. You naughty way, little birds.
All right.
What do you want?
Here, manage.
You can take both. I think I'm probably just gonna have you stack up everything other than guns.
Okay. We didn't get a key, did we? Maybe we just gotta go to the next.
I do not believe so. So we can blow up the chest still, though.
Yeah. That's true.
Ooh. Oh yeah, your trash can gets a bonus to
Oh.
too.
Does it stack?
I don't believe it stacks. There was also there's a chest right here
Yeah.
too. You need to click the triple dots, I think,
That's what I'm doing.
and then
There's
manage.
no. Yeah, in manage there is no.
Oh,
Usually there's-
I guess it's because yeah, it's. Oh wait, where it says installation, it's the folder icon.
Oh my gosh, that's what it was. I remember being here. Why is it not here?
They changed the name of it.
All right.
Folder icon.
That's what I did.
No. Are we headed off?
So I need. Midnight Suns, binaries, 164. And shipping, .exe. Copy the.
What's that thing do? Oh, is that the
The
revive?
heart is a revive.
Right.
So I don't need a revive. I have a television.
You throw it at people.
Indeed, you can throw it at people. But the big thing with it is you want to carry it until floor 5.
Yeah.
And you already know about that, right?
And you
Have
threw
you
it into
done
the
it already?
fire. I have not. I haven't
I
even tried
want
it yet.
you to have El Roboto.
Sure.
Can't see.
Mm. Okay.
Oh.
Get wrecked, sniper.
All right.
Don't mind me, I'm just being slow because I'm. Nope. I forgot about that. Sorry, we should have picked it up after the end of the level.
Manage.
If I was gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't think Epic has the same command stuff.
Are you able to make a shortcut to it then? Because that
Okay.
might be legitimately the only way to fix the load times.
So should I add it to Steam? Is that what you're saying?
You could, well, I mean, like making a desktop shortcut.
Yeah, I do have a desktop
Okay.
shortcut. And I just do the same thing on the desktop shortcut.
Maybe you should.
I'll give it a try.
I'd have to actually test it out though. There might be some way to do it on the EGS, but like specifically, but like in general, it
Yeah,
generally
before
should
I
be
try to
similar.
figure this out, I'm going to try the other stuff. Go in the video control panel.
Can you?
Change settings for this game and turn low latency to ultra.
Our new game for your half seconds lag every now and then. Like it feels like it stops and then jumps forward in time. I don't get it. I blame Wi-Fi, even if there is no Wi-Fi. Nope. Oh, I guess I'm stuck. Thank you. Camera, please.
That's what you get.
Oh, my B button is dodged for some reason. I can't do it. Ooh, shiny chest. We're gonna have to find a key.
Uh-oh.
I'm fully expecting death.
Oh. Bullets, Bill.
Wait, Gary. There's a funniest thing. You ready? You ready?
Nope.
So if you
Yeah.
have
Nah.
Gary,
Oh, well.
has
I probably would have died anyways.
Maybe the rat won't come.
Not anymore.
The rat has come.
He has. Oh, nah. So close.
Yeah, whatever. Some other time. We
Mm,
have a key though, so we can get that chest for you.
yeah. Let's do this first.
Is it loading faster?
I don't know. Probably not.
No.
I'm just booting the game.
Oh, what just happened? I didn't even get to see what happened.
Oh no. I just saw you die.
Oh no, I see that now.
Oh.
It's a green chest. You know
Oh,
what?
it's
It's
the
better
boss.
than losing the.
No, it's the
chest.
boss chest.
That's a revive chest, actually.
Oh.
It means that you lose the item, but you get me back.
Which item did I lose?
A green chest item.
Oh.
You can see on the
Yeah.
mini map.
We have a better chest. Okay. So look at this boy.
Since I lost the gun, that's what I'm actually upset by.
And what is this?
You can pick it up and you can drop it after. I think that's yes, it's the one where
Maximum.
things slow down when you get boosted when you get hit, I think.
Hmm. Let's see the shop real quick.
A shotgun, that's about it though.
Buddy, come here.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Everything doing all right?
Okay.
What's going on?
Did you see the?
One ability. Look how
Yeah, the camera decided to take its a trip to
Yeah, I
nowhere.
don't know.
Oh, I am off the floor now.
Ah, this is
Thank
not
you,
going
game.
well. Ah.
Yeah, I couldn't even see what was going on prior
What even
to
just
that.
happened?
Okay, is it my Steam that's
Hmm.
No, my quality is set to fast.
All right, this
I'll
heads
put
up
it to
chart.
fast.
When Jason gets here, which will probably be in 6 minutes, we're gonna do reading step. Okay.
Do we have to do both of these?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get off.
Haha. So close the
You're
game.
going to not do that.
You did.
Well, thank you for letting me die with you, there,
Yeah.
Logan.
That was a fun death.
Show.
Hopefully next time we can do better.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
And the camera doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Later, Logan.
I'll see you later, guys. Corey.
I love you. I love you, Logan. I'll see you later.
Peace out.
Wait. Oh my gosh.
Did it not help, Corey?
I just wanted to try the default, setting things to default values, since that was one of the options. Because since this is giving like Steam commands options, I was like, I'll just go through the additional settings options, see if any of those will fix my issue.
Mm.
And so I made the changes. I'm saving right now. There we go. The game finally just caught up.
Okay.
Maybe you can just boot the game straight off,
like go into
like from the executable instead of off a shortcut,
we can try
like
that.
off that shipping exe right there, straight off of it.
Yeah.
Nope, it loads the 2K.
What is wrong with this?
Oh, it looks like it got patched since this too.
All right, program settings.
Here's rage quit. There's still just rage quit because it couldn't even hit me. Yeah.
So let's see, disable 2K launcher, Marvel, and like Sons games.
All right, let's try this. Let's try the 3D options in the video control panel. Go in the video control panel, change settings for this game, and turn low latency to ultra.
Oh, that just sounds like a generic, but yeah.
Ultra. An energy profile. Power management mode. Is that under power management mode? I guess these are options if you're on laptop. I'm guessing for energy profile.
You didn't even notice.
All right. Let's try this again. Let's hope it's just something like that. I'll try turning off VSync in settings. Follow me.
shot.
There's a Reddit post. Let's see if they patched that one out too. Because they don't care. Companies don't care about a good experience. They only care about the money they can get from it. Looking at you, Lord of the Rings.
I know Fire Axe is legitimately try their best, but they are commissioned by.
They're
2K.
not even first. That's not Fire Axes that made Golem.
Oh, I'm not.
Are you talking about Marvel?
I'm talking about Marvel.
I kind of doubt that they really tried their best, given the fact that it probably was a publisher rush. I mean, they did it like on the parts that mattered, like the gameplay and stuff. Yeah, but the QA is. That's like the cheapest thing for companies to skip out on because it delays it.
Avatar is? I didn't even notice you were here.
What's up, Jason?
Dude, wait, did you see me one punch that dude? No. I just walked in. Oh.
We'll see my issues to persist.
Oh, are you trying the thing that I sent you?
Oh, you sent me a new thing?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh.
Oh my. Sorry, Corey. Wow.
Only for a short amount of time. While Buddha, you could just trigger.
Yeah, so whenever it runs out of time, I have to switch to Buddha. So I got Black Cat, I got Terra Guardian.
Alright.
I'm gonna go. Wait. He is not a great PvE. I just needed him level 100.
It's really sad for how good this game is just to get performance slap. But remember the guy said Char.
Wow, that is taking so long.
Char. Oh, well, this time? Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait. Actually, well, this time it actually...
Finished?
Yeah, actually when it loaded in, I didn't have to wait a million hours in this loading stage. Oh, we'll see. So maybe it was a VSync issue. I don't know.
Oh no. Please tell me it's not frame rate capped loading the screen too.
All right. You guys ready?
Wait, before we start, Sophie does.
So
He does join. I'm not gonna really do it.
So just remember, Broheim, the guide says that until you're max level, Buddha is the best fruit for grinding.
Told you.
For
Yeah,
PvE
I know,
grind.
but I just need a really good damage fruit. Butter is really good for damage.
Yeah, it's really good. It's also really good for damage because
Because I also need a good fly fruit.
is what it does. It makes all your other like sword and fighting stance. You do 2 times the amount of damage.
Oh, guess what? I raced reward and I got a shirk. You got Robux? Lucky. I need Robux.
Well, if you start, if you ever just that's something to work out between you and your mom. All right.
Yeah, I know. Wait, I'm thinking if he do think you can be like, if you want, not like. No. I'm not gonna ask him anything. If anything, all I'm gonna ask him is.
Maybe this time we'll get it for it to work.
That's it, though. That's it. So you think you asked him or not, and he's just like, no.
All right.
I don't think that at all, actually.
While they're chatting on my Steam.
I'll get a portal out of him at any time.
And if it doesn't work, I guess you now know for sure that you have a.
Begging just doesn't make it worth it.
You can take a nap while loading.
I think they're just making me relive like classic Xbox consoles loading screen time.
I have a strategy. So what if
I don't get to
See,
choose.
Marwin's loading screens was because it restarted the entire console.
until Thursday,
Huh.
or unless you get Robux?
I don't remember owning these games, but okay.
They're probably on your Steam account.
Or probably on my Epic. They're one time free or something like that.
I'll switch to butter to grind while I wait, so then when it comes back, I keep doing it.
That was an explosion.
This is considered
The
a
step.
permanent dragon. Yeah. Not only that, you realize how long it takes to change a fruit, and plus you can't change fruits when you're in combat, so it's terrible for.
Oh, did you do the thing that I linked to you?
This is also
Actually, what is that thing you linked me?
It was on Reddit.
It takes a lot of mastery.
All right,
And the thing
pop
about
that.
it is, you need to have a ton of mastery more than your final ability just to get
All right, let's do that.
considering the fact. And also, you were saying you need a good fly fruit, but why? Because I know I could just air jump all the way through, but it's like where? Where do you need to air jump through? I just
Locate
the water that you have sharks for?
locate your game
And
C
there's a
folder,
fast way to
likely
jump through.
end.
You understand that, right? No, I do take it. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Maybe it's Sharpie too.
He takes like a little bit of damage.
Yeah. Okay, then it's Sharpie too. Wait, so why is there Shark version 1? Yep. You have that. It's kind of like Awakening. Although with money. It's a third key thing. Or a second key, I don't know.
Files,
But if
documents,
people with shark don't take damage in the water,
my games.
and then there's obviously a V2. And if Mink has a V4,
Do I have to do the?
rabbit, everybody calls it Mink. If that has a V4, then why shouldn't?
It's probably under your library documents,
Why does shark not have a V2? It does.
where it says documents on the under quick access.
I'm just thinking like I know you like. I just feel like I need like two good things. Like it's either dragon or knight for me. You're not gonna be able to equip either of those in combat. Yeah, I know. And nobody's gonna give you dragon, but you might get a light, although probably not permanent.
Okay, my games, and just Marvel Midnight Sun.
Every permanent in the game, right?
Called save gains and saves Epic.
Who wants permanent spin? Unfortunately, I'm forced to have it because somebody gave it to me.
Now I got to.
If I get a permanent fruit, I'd probably pick butter. You have the best one.
You legitimately.
For first seat, no.
Well, then you can awaken it. It's like it's really good now, but even it gets better when it gets awakened.
In first seat, it's amazing for grinding. In second seat, you'll have better.
Awaken.
And you'll be stronger because you'll have more health and more energy. In third C, you can awaken. That makes it even stronger. And also, what's great about it is since it doubles your damage, it's great for factory. If you don't know what it is, basically in second C, there's a thing where you get 5 minutes to break this huge like mist type thing. But you need like a special thing.
Epic
and when you break it,
Games.
if you get the final hit, then you get a fruit, random fruit. And it has a ton of health. But it does not attack back because it's a missile. And if you fail, then everybody.
That's going off the default. It's where you download
Yeah, I downloaded
where the
straight-
Marvel is downloaded at.
But it's
You know how to get there.
There we go. Yeah, I was in my straight default. Binaries.
And then it's the shipping.exe one.
164. Oh, this one. Okay. Copy the full.exe in Notepad or something.
5 different times in a day, and you have 4 fruits that you can put in at a time.
So it wants you to go to where it says saved underscore epic and all those that you go into that folder
And
on
yeah,
your
I
other one.
got Quake. Quake is 1 million. Okay. And there is Light,
No.
which is 650. There's
All
Weapon,
right.
750.
Copy.
I think,
Launch the game from the normal 2K launcher.
I know that there's a lot of people that want rubber in the game. Yeah. You wanna know why?
Well, you safely boots. Exit the game.
There's people. So if you don't already know, rubber has a transformation. Obviously. I figured out what the transformation is. It makes you way stronger. It's kind of like the awakening ability that you don't unlock till third seed. Yeah. Do you get new abilities? No. It just makes you like very strong. You get a creative awakening. Not like awakening fruits, like
You know what's funny? Like I get energy helping other people with this stuff, but then it's my my own stuff. I'm just like, why are you just not working?
It's because you feel the obligation of getting someone happy.
You know,
Like you're making someone's time better.
you know. Launch game. Launch game. It's the game. Go to see users. That folder.
That folder that their folder we already opened up.
Yep.
like
Okay.
oh, speaking of
We go in there.
Go here.
yeah.
Logs.
And the
Open-
most recent one.
Most recent one was this one.
Grind whisper.
And then you're gonna want to control F
It's just I feel like love is overpowered because you have the ability
and
to
type in the log in the command line part.
Log.
and you can hold somebody on it. And you have the
Log
ability
in
for a
it.
clone of yourself
Like
does
that?
for you.
Yeah, like how it's in the Reddit post.
So I said log in.
Yeah, that's probably
command
good.
line.
I just feel like Dragon's not better. 'Cause
Yeah, and then click find next.
if you're in third seed, everything's gonna
Should
go
say
down
put
after
it there.
levels than in first seed. That's why
Oh, here it is.
first seed, except for those free fruits.
Looks like it starts here.
You understand that I've had luck
Okay.
like a month or
And then
so.
go down a little bit.
Yeah. Now you understand why I grind Sky Bandits.
Okay, log.
Mastery?
Here you are, launchers passing to the game boot. Copy all those arguments.
So there should be another one with like command line stuff unless they hid it away.
After you get max mastery.
Okay, put that there for when it matters.
And you actually have to wait a while after you equip the fruit. And it doesn't work by a cooldown.
Probably
It
keep
works
going
on how much
downwards
damage
on
you
it.
take.
Or
So
upward.
I think
one
all
of the
these
two.
command lines it looks
So,
like.
when you use the transformation, after
Okay.
you charge it up, after equipping it, you have to charge it up. When it's charged up and you switch back and forth, it won't.
Maybe keep scrolling downwards.
And once you use it, it only has a
Oh.
duration. Once that duration is out, you're gonna have to charge it back up to full again, so you can.
Because
use
we're
it.
looking for there we go. Filtered
You
command
can't
line.
change fruits while you're transformed.
Which one are you looking for?
Yeah, I know. And plus, you can't even use abilities while you're using your dragon. So it's.
Scroll down a bit.
using it for-
Yeah. You see where it says filtered command line?
I thought it was like diamond or like rubber. Or like it's not like rubber.
Up.
It's not like love. You can't just like use the.
Up a
flag
little bit.
and then
No, I know, I'm
start
not.
attacking.
Keep going up.
Right here.
Before you have to become a dragon.
Yeah, it's like that entire part.
This
The
part?
dragon is the last
Copy?
ability
Yeah. Keep going down until the
every
you
single
want the
one
next
has a
part of it too.
Yeah, we start off with
So
the
you
slash
so I want this whole argument right here.
Phoenix gives you like
Yeah.
This one or also this
Yep.
one?
That right there. That's good.
Yep.
Forever?
Pretty much every single thing that has a transformation costs max mastery. Max mastery.
Let's hopefully they didn't change it.
Will it like last forever?
Okay. Create a .bat file on your desktop.
Oh, so it still has its time limit.
Yes. It never changed.
Oh,
It still
jeez.
has
Are they really?
100% of the time.
2K really wants you to use their freaking thing. No.
Yeah, but
Create
you
a.
think if he joins that you can... No.
So that will be a .bat will be a tox deck, right?
Somebody told me yesterday they decided Roblox.
And then
So now you want to do make a batch file, which is BAT.
Oh, so
yeah,
it's out?
It doesn't have anymore.
Marvel start.
So is that how we got right now?
Yes. There we go.
He rolled it.
Now create a .bat file. So put your shortcut. to
Right
launch.
click and then
Because
click
whenever I'm
edit.
watching YouTube, I see so many videos of people rolling legendaries, and
Edit.
that's what got me
Recreate the
excited.
below two recreate the below two liners in .bat with values based on your systems.
Super low.
No, they're not.
So the
There.
at
Sorry.
echo off and then
That's only a legendary. And it's one of
enter and then you click
for,
and then you type in start.
Really?
Yes, it's only worth 1 million.
Oh, I see. So at
All of the legendaries are above that.
echo off,
Still a million money.
Yeah.
and
But it's
then
that the fruit that's worth the
Start.
most is
Start.
leopard, and it's only worth 5 million.
In quotations,
Legendary
Midnight
is worth
Suns,
a leopard. Yeah.
base, and then in quotations, then you do the exe.
this
That's
one.
not true. Fruit storage.
Uh,
Fruit storagers are not worth that much, and you can't trade
let's
them.
see, are you on
You can trade
Discord? No, just on Steam.
everything, including Darkblade, yes.
And you trade...
You can trade fast.
And then you do a space after that, and then you type in the
So I'm ready. Start reading.
You ready to start
mainline
reading?
stuff after the auth part. Not the entire thing, just most of it.
Most of it.
Especially saying I'm probably not gonna get Dragon
Okay.
So where it says auth type
Ugh.
equals refresh token, you don't want the stuff before that.
I feel like I need 2 good primary fruits so I can switch between them.
You can't, because when you're
So,
in combat,
Yeah,
Don't
I
want
know.
any of
If I'm
this.
out of combat.
you still have to open up your shop and go to that
No,
person.
you want everything after that part. You don't want the stuff before it.
And I'm used
Okay, so I don't want any of this.
And besides, you got like 2 of the best fruits in the game.
Yeah.
wrong. You
Sorry, I'm
have-
going off your Twitch stream.
Yeah, so like that.
Yeah.
And then you want to delete where it says auth type refresh token
Leopard,
also.
even that was transformation.
Delete. Oh, this
That
one.
was that's the last part that you don't
So
want.
delete
And
this.
for leopard, we can use the transformation.
Yeah.
All of the abilities
Okay.
would go.
And then you'll want to make sure it's only one space.
Yeah.
And then you'll want to make sure it's all on one line.
Awaken it,
So any like
it turns from
gaps.
a little missile to this huge missile that is a ton of
That
damage,
looks
a ton
right.
of AoE, and
Yeah.
it leads you back here.
So now I hit save.
The next one,
Yeah.
Oh,
legit,
okay.
like grabs them, and actually I don't know what that one does. I forgot.
Enjoy those juicy
Tell me what that was
frames.
the last
That's
one I
funny.
killed
Okay,
them.
exit.
Ability was
Let's see if it still works then.
Cancel. Minimize that.
jump up in the sky, and you hit them down.
Of course.
But when you awaken it, you dash at them with your
Oh. Whoa.
you dash at them with your donut, and then you grab them and you swing them around a ton, and then you pull them in and do a huge explosion. That has a ton of AoE and pulls everything in the radius that they hit.
All right. Are you going to be better now, game? Whoa. I mean, it feels like it's loading faster. Let's see after the initial load. No, the part where it just goes, bleh, it's always after this part.
Right.
That's when I take a 5-minute hiatus.
That's painful.
Yeah. While you guys are talking, we're trying to IT crowd this game to not take a million years.
Boy, this part is...
I wonder if it's going to be one of those things where I'm just going to have to suffer through because it's taking forever. Yeah? Huh? Oh. No, it's not. You're looking at something old.
Oh. My vision.
Alright. Since this is taking a while, we're waiting. And
Mm-hmm.
you guys had a great conversation about the game, and you guys are in the same in positive brain space. We'll have to do one section after this loads. I don't know if this .bat situation is working, Houston.
I don't know either.
It's taking a lot longer just to get through the loading screen right now than it did last time. Well,
Okay, cut the bull,
All right.
Stark. I know you've got some kind of...
quit that, and we'll try the regular thing and see which one wins. All right.
I mean, it's all the future saves, right? Like every other part, also.
Yeah. All right.
Because I'd be fine with the long initial load up if all the future ones were a bit shorter.
That's true. We'll just have to test both out. We'll test
Yep.
the OG based off the launcher, then test the .bat.
Yeah.
All right. Christ, you're not amazing. You're good, holy, and true. Thank you as we go through the writings of the ancients. That we could take this time. We first want to say we thank you for the blessings of technology. That we can legitimately take a day and we're not going, like, not letting the sun beat down our brow, having to, at the age of 6, work in the field with the family for 12-hour days like my Uncle Perry, while the whole family just lives in the truck. Thank you that we can have houses to live in and just equipment to enjoy life. We have it so good and we just don't know it. May we just, in the moment, take a step back and be thankful. And as we read the writings of the ancients, please reveal to us the hopes and the message they got through it, and then how in turns what that means for us in the post-death and resurrection of Jesus. And as your kingdom of heaven is sucker punching the kingdom of earth, it's advancing the way of life, the way of loving the other is just pushing itself on, and the world doesn't recognize it. May we continue being in this, in working the way you work, partnering with you, partnering with the Holy Spirit. Wonderful awesome name, amen. Genesis chapter 16, 4b through 7, the complications of surrogacy. She got pregnant, and when she saw that she was pregnant, her mistress was belittled in her eyes. Sarah said to Abram, "The violence done to me is your fault. I myself put my maidservant in your arms. She sees that she is pregnant, and I am belittled in her eyes. May Yahweh decide between you and me." Abram said to Sarah, "Well, your servant is in your power. Do to her what is good in your eyes." So Sarah ill-treated her, and she ran away from her. But Yahweh aid found her by a spring of water in the wilderness, the spring on the road to Shur. Establishing whether a couple's problem in having children lies in the man or the woman involves stressful processes of medical investigation. When a woman who had gone through such procedures told me her husband had a 0 count, I was amazed for several reasons. One was the freedom with which people in the United States share the details of their medical issues. Too much information, a Brit is inclined to think. Another was the bravery involved in coming to terms with a fact like that about oneself. Another one was the stress it could place on the marriage. Whether the problem lies in the woman or the man, it must either drive a couple closer together or drive them apart. One hears about the complications that can follow when a woman gets another woman to bear her baby for her. To whom will the baby really belong? Can you just rent a womb as you can rent a room? Once she gives birth and suckles, will she really be able to surrender the baby? For Sarah and Hagar, There follows a sequence of such complications. Sarah had expressed the hope that she might be built up through Hagar. The baby will count as hers. Many women who cannot have children, not all such women, feel they are not quite complete. Men can feel the same. An aspect of the way they are created finds no expression. That sense may come from inside themselves and or may reflect stereotypes in society. And there are also practical considerations about who will look after us in our old age. So Sarah's image about being built up is a telling one. Further, there is a similarity in the word for build up and the word for son, a similarity the Old Testament sometimes makes use of. Sarah hopes to be sunned up. What actually happens is that she is put down, not built up. Hagar is the second-class wife, but she has the functioning womb, which rather makes her first class. She is in a position to look down on Sarah. The words are again chilling. God had promised to curse anyone who belittled Abraham. Is Hagar risking God's curse? Yet there is some ambiguity about the she and her in verse 4b, like the ambiguity about the he and him in Genesis 15. Does Hagar see that she herself is pregnant so that Sarah is belittled in Hagar's eyes? Or does Sarah see that Hagar is pregnant so that Sarah is belittled in her own eyes? One can imagine both might be true. Sarah goes on to make clear that in her view, the problem is she is belittled in Hagar's eyes. But if that were the entirety of the problem, would Sarah react so strongly? After all, she still has the senior status. Hagar, however, has the functioning womb. God has opened Hagar's womb even while keeping Sarah shut. It was in her own eyes, as much as anyone else's, that Sarah needed building up. But Hagar's pregnancy pulls her down. It is as if she has had violence done to her. She feels violated, we might say. Hagar has done violation to the proper order of the family, not by sleeping with Abraham, but by dishonoring the mistress of the house, even if she is now also a wife. There are two other occasions when Genesis uses the word violence, and Genesis 6 is part of the description of the world as full of violence, which drives God to decide to destroy it. And Genesis 4:9, it will describe two people who had killed every man in the city of Shechem. Sarah uses a very strong word when she talks about violence. There's no doubt she feels seriously violated, quite belittled. This is what a colleague of mine used to call pain talking. Poor old Abraham gets the blame for it. The violence done to me is your fault. Excuse me? Whose idea was this? Before Abraham has a chance to point this out, Sarah does it herself. I myself put my maidservant in your arms. She goes on to express the hope that God may get involved in what has happened. God's deciding between them, of course, does not mean Sarah views it as an open question of who is in the right. She wants God to decide in her favor and vindicate her, declare that she is in the right. What good would that do? But again, this is pain talking. What is Abraham to do? Abraham is a hero on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and a wimp on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Today is Tuesday, caught between the two women in his life. He throws up his hands and points out that Sarah is Hagar's boss. It's her problem, and she has authority to deal with it. So Sarah ill-treats Hagar. We don't know how she did that. Maybe she made her work excessively hard. Maybe she beat her. But ill-treat is the word Genesis 15 has just used to describe what the Egyptians will do to the Israelites. Exodus 1 will use it when that comes about. Before the Egyptians ill-treated the Israelites' foremother has done this to an Egyptian. The noun related to this verb refers to a weak person, a person without status, a person who could be ill-treated with impunity. It reoccurs in the Old Testament. Deuteronomy 24, for instance, bids Israel not to abuse such a person, and specifically not to abuse foreigners like Hagar, who are in this position. Hagar does what she perhaps did once before, what servants often do. She runs away, setting off in the direction of Shur, setting off towards Egypt, setting off for her home country. Maybe she had this destination in mind. Though Genesis does not quite say so, it was unlikely to solve Hagar's problem in the long run. Egypt, like other Middle Eastern countries, apart from Israel, had regulations about returning servants who ran away from their masters. Maybe Hagar hadn't worked out where she was going. She just knew she had to get away from Sarah. But God's aid found her there. The word for an aid is usually translated angel, but that gives a misleading impression. It is the ordinary word for a representative, messenger, or envoy. It can also refer to a prophet as God's representative, messenger, or envoy. Angels are like presidential aides, sent off to do things for the president. They have presidential power in doing so and represent the president in the strong sense. If you have talked to the presidential aide, you have talked to the president. So if one of God's aides comes to see you, it is quite like God in person coming to see you, though less scary. If God sends an aide to find you, it is quite like God coming to find you. All right, friends, we can start.
knew you were gonna say that.
Wow. You've been working on those abilities.
I like that guy.
Huh?
I like
Well,
that guy.
what's crazy is we read a level up guide for him, and it
Yeah, well,
and it actually says that don't put any points into fruit.
no, don't tell.
I told you.
It's all about melee and
never said
defense.
that.
Oh, well, I meant to. Well, all of your points into fruit and sword.
Not in the sword yet. You max out melee. You max out melee, and then you start putting in the sword. That's what the
What? What? And turn on your aura. Aura penetrates through those fruits.
yeah. That's the thing about Buddha is they say that it can penetrate through elemental defenses.
No,
That-
it cannot.
yeah, I can.
It's aura that does that, not Buddha.
It says Buddha on the guide.
Was it outdated? Was that?
Check out Tubbs level up guide. And it was recently updated, so. And it's on the actual Blocks Fruit wiki. So it's legit. That's why they
He
said
knows what
Buddha
he's
is
talking about.
literally the best fruit for leveling upping. It's surprising what a little how much a little reading can help you, Houston. All right, let's try this. Take 50, guys.
No.
Don't take 5, take 50.
Should I take my chest? I don't think so. Heck no, these are mine. Buddy. Hey, you wanna come on my thing? Oh! Oh, he has a strong aura. Oh, not messing with him. Get me out.
I heard a hey now. You know what made me think of immediately?
Hmm.
Hey now, you're a rock star.
Get your game on.
Go play.
This is our growing up song
This is-
playlist day.
This is our life.
We're like our parents when they just quote 80s songs through our rearing childhood. Everyone around
I didn't
us-
get that. Instead, I got the relevant 90s music because that's what my mom listened to was punk and stuff. So it was a little weird
Hmm.
in that regard.
All right, I'm gonna try
See, if anything, I'm the one quoting the 80s songs to her.
that. Mommy, you will like 80s music. No. You will play the music that played when you were a children. No, please.
No, stop it.
So I'm gonna try the dot bat because it is not. It's the lag starts.
So the basic one is bad, and now let's see how bad this one is. It's bad or worse? Let's see which one it is.
Well, Curry said he would help me by he explaining a daughter to me and help me. Now I got chopped to the wood!
So what did you buy with that money?
So I bought SP. I got it.
You bought XP?
No, SP.
Money?
No, SP reset.
Oh, stat reset?
Yeah.
Charlie.
He already used all the ones that are on the webs.
I know, but you could have just read it from your codes.
He tried all the codes.
There's no code.
Show me your stats.
None in the blocks, none in the sword, none in the gun.
So you only start putting in swords after you max out your melee. This, this is how you min-max. You legitimately, you don't do jack of all trades in these kind of games. You just hyper focus. You have to you have to rid yourself of those desires. And I know that from experience. It's like my PC has a hard time. Task Manager is having a hard time.
Your everything is having a hard time.
You were supposed to destroy them, not join them.
True.
Hey, I wanna play.
Oh, finally caught up.
Let's fight Whisper when it's ready.
I wonder if it's legitimately my computer having
Oh, he's not here yet.
the issue with some sort of loading up.
Do you keep dying from
That would suck. And I would still blame
The
the
game.
game.
All right. So now I'm trying to dot bats. So take 51.
A dude's coming.
No, wait, that's the strong dude. Don't attack him.
Ah!
Oh yeah, he wrecked me, dude. Oh hey, Charlie, you want to tell Jason about tomorrow's plan? So what he means is I could text you when we're on our way back here, and he's gonna be hanging out tomorrow.
Let's go see if Whisper's here.
Oh, I forgot the Ranger
Huh.
Buddha. That really hurt.
What? How can you not forget when I've been using butter?
Because it's been a while since I've used it.
Put those boots away. I need to get some new. Actually, I have boots now.
Hurry, kill me.
Here, since you're colorless.
He can't die against PvE anymore. He can only die in PvP. I mean, he's gonna have to try really hard to die in PvE.
Oh,
Turn it out of that.
Emptying fruit. I just need 2 blues and a red. 2 reds and a blue.
Yeah. We'll see what happens if I just get a long initial load.
no, you won't! I get back. Don't fight my don't
Oh
fight-
hey, you could use cannons and rockets in the rocket launcher now.
I already told him.
We'll give it a shot. Oh, okay. So we're gonna give it a shot.
A hot shot.
While I'm using my first shot. Like if I'm up in the air when I use it.
He's not even trying to. He's been focused on the same guy, Jason. Oh, at least, all right. At least this land started clean.
Bazooka or pole?
A clean start.
What's good?
Gasp.
Okay, cut
And
the
it seems
Yeah,
like
and what I
frames are
just-
just flat out better.
What's better?
Just general frames.
Okay.
So annoying.
So it's a long initial load,
Yeah.
but better overall.
We'll see like once I beat
Best there
that
isn't
once I
what
beat
I
an
do.
area.
But you're right behind me.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do have some Hulkbuster armor back in one of my warehouses.
How will axe
but
after
it's only a
that?
stopgap,
Yeah.
not a solution, especially with the Hulk in his current state.
So a smart guy like you never bothered to come up with a fail-safe in case the...
Spirit. Actually, can I put you in there? No, I don't want that to happen. You're
The
good
occult
there.
emanations coming from this god killer are unlike anything I have ever encountered.
Okay, you two stay there,
gripped
so
it,
now
I saw
I
a
have
face.
more slots
The
open.
face of Cthon.
Yes, I suspected as much. The darkness I sense here is beyond the realm of mortals. It's no surprise Red Skull was seeking that level of power. This is more than just an artifact. But whatever it is could represent a change in the
Overwhelming.
direction of our battle against Lilith.
I need some better gloves. Gloves.
You are the only person
Raise
who
on
can figure out what it is.
corpse. Much more
And if you
tanky.
cannot, then maybe it is best we just ignore
Yeah,
it.
this one might actually be
I
decent,
wish
but I
ignoring
don't
it was an
have
option. I wouldn't
slots on
feel
it.
so uneasy in its presence that way.
You are uneasy because you understand what it could be.
I appreciate your vote of confidence in me, Hunter. Some part of me feels that everything in my life has been leading up to a moment such as this. And with your continued
I
support,
think I might just use
feel
this
that
one
I
just
won't
for
let
that
the group
effect.
down. I think
Turn down
the
the game.
safest
What were you
option
saying?
is to keep it here in the forge
Me?
for a bit
Yeah.
longer.
Or are you just talking to
At least
yourself?
I'm
until
mumbling
I
to
have a
myself
chance
about
study it more.
things.
I don't think anyone should handle
Things.
it until we know what it is for sure.
Very well. And how long do you think that will take?
Things.
Well, I think the world will be ending soon, so hopefully before that. I need to consult my grimoires. Check back with me when you can.
Things.
Things unnerving.
Because I decided to start another character while PoE.
When I woke up this
One
morning, the
more
Red Skull
single
was the
target
furthest
focused,
thing
and
from
it's
my mind. Yet now it seems he's a key
me
player.
figuring out how to gear up a
even from
minion
beyond the
character, and I'm not
In
very
my
used to
experience,
this.
The grave is but a way
Because
station,
most of the stuff
not a
doesn't work
destination.
like normal.
Every
Because you
time
don't
I
kill
think I've got
things.
my mind
Your
wrapped around
minions
this
do.
conflict, I get thrown a curveball.
It's like a small chance in game that
This is an energy shield.
You are trying too hard to
Side,
grasp it.
so-
That is the problem. You will never understand.
Hey, cut me a little slack, Hunter.
Rampage.
I've been around a while and I've seen some things.
Maybe this
I
will work.
think I can make sense of what's going on with Red Skull and Lilith.
I know, but you
My mother's ambitions began long before you existed, and the forces at play even predate her. This is not just good and bad. It is reality versus the abyss.
The abyss.
Kind of a bleak outlook,
The
don't you think?
abyss.
We just retrieved an ancient artifact called the God
Blows
Killer that
upon
was in
thee.
possession of a man whose head resembled a red skull.
See.
Things have been bleak for a long time.
I'd hope the Red Skull's death would help bring about a brighter world.
Option.
I guess I was
view,
wong.
Game.
Earlier,
Semi
you
strict.
mentioned the Red Skull was drawn to the occult.
Like a fly to a rotting carcass. How much do you know about World War II?
I did not realize there was a World War I.
I'll just sum it up. Red Skull was a man whose ambition knew no limits. And when our world didn't give him enough, he looked beyond it for even more power.
A very dangerous man indeed.
And we're all safer that he's no longer among the living.
bazooka. Bazooka.
No, are you ready for this? Oh, Bob.
I do not know if anyone ever thanks you for your service, but allow me to tell you thanks.
I'm just doing my job.
And you were very good at it. Otherwise, I imagine this world would have fallen into an even worse situation long ago.
It's true. I prevented the Red Skull from harming the world countless times. But there's not much time to rest on my laurels. There's always another Red Skull coming around the corner.
I wonder how the Red Skull came to share my mother's obsession with Cthulhu anyway.
Oh, I'm sure he tried to find your mother to help him. All part of his Project Gutmortar.
My mother never would have allowed him to share her power.
Wind up, grab
Well,
you.
I don't think he got that blade just to put it under glass, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna keep.
He planned to use it all right.
No, we just
So
need
how's
to
it so
figure
far?
out why Crossbones wanted me
Huh?
to have it.
How's
Whatever
it so
the Red
far?
Skull wanted with
It's-
that weapon, it wasn't good.
It's working.
That's good. That's better than
I mean,
some
yeah.
things.
It's interesting is this game just worked a lot better when I first started it, but it's like ever since the latest DLC, I feel like everything
What is
just
this
hit a
about the
poop
God
storm.
Killer?
The hilt. It looks a lot like the metal your collar is forged from.
Or Chelcom. How can that be?
Oh, Chalcom.
It did sound like
I'm
it,
not
that
sure it
there
is.
was a
It's just a hunch.
issue with that, like
Strange.
a
should
specific
examine it.
area was
See
like
if my
really
hunch is
bad about
right.
load times and stuff. And
Because
Well.
if it
I'm
is,
assuming
the God
that's where
Killer
you're
might
at.
be our best shot at
It was
Yeah,
the
because
DLC.
you have your like your
Sister's
home
life.
area,
putting an end to all
and I
this
think
madness.
the issues everyone else had,
Is
it
it
was this
not what we all
DLC that
want?
then triggered
An
the
end to
game
this?
to now act on my PC.
There's only 2.5 members of the Blood left in all
Yeah.
creation, Hunter. When we defeat her, my only sister will be dead, and our kind will be nearly extinct.
Okay, if I go up here, that's more life. That
If
is
that is the
tempting.
price of peace,
So be it.
But
I
that's
know,
mana
but still.
regeneration.
She is my sister.
And my mother.
Mm.
You must not have any reservations about what we are about to do.
I
Survivability
raised
or
you well.
You raised me to be a weapon.
Damn.
I raised you to be who you are.
I think
serve your
honestly, I'm
purpose.
lovely, and I should
And
probably
I'm proud of you for fully embracing
go
it.
straight towards
I
kill
appreciate
things
that, Sarah.
faster, level up faster.
Perhaps we
Faster.
shouldn't get ahead of
Stronger.
ourselves too much. We're not even sure the handle of that blade is made of orichalcum.
Strange will find out.
Make sure he does.
What's troubling you, Sarah?
Darkness
The God
overwhelming.
Killer.
We found the most effective way to control Hulk was Banner himself. He's no better failsafe.
All right, so we don't usually ever have an issue when we go to stream.
Oh yeah, I did see that you actually can. I am family sharing with you properly. I saw that like pop up after I quit attention, which is good. Because that also means you have a lot more games you can play that enter the backlog.
And we're family.
Family.
Family. That's right. That's what we are. Now, whether you like it or not, you are family. And that comes with responsibility. Now step up, Justin. But I don't want to. No, you hear, son.
I don't know where you suddenly started going that direction. It's like, we don't need to go that type of southern. We don't need to go to that.
Now I'll put you in the world. I could easily just take you out.
Watch too much King of the Hill. No, wait, I think that would be Simpsons. Either way, both is
man.
probably accurate.
King
for
of the
that.
Hill is a lot more south, though.
King of the Hill is a lot more south, but that sounds like something the
Grr,
Simpsons
grr,
would say.
grr.
Just not with that accent.
There better be a naked cheerleader on your bed, Bobby. Oh, that was a funny episode. I sell propane and propane accessories.
Propane and propane related accessories.
Let's go one into Absolute Evil. Where did the God Killer fall?
And then there's the memes of people that like put King of the Hill out of the of context, and those are funny to me sometimes. Like the ones where it's like drifting. Because it's like people just put it into other scenes and all that. It's funny.
We should get a pool.
But maybe that's just because it feels absurd. Absurdist
Sounds like
humor.
a story I cannot pass up.
I was in the
How are you doing, by the way?
Category 5
doing
Hulk
well.
smash storm.
Doing really well. Now,
Big
hearing
Green
Wolverine
pulled me
give me a
apart like it
story
was
about how the
wing
wolf
night at
told
his
him
favorite
told him
pub,
part of
and
how.
I was the chicken.
How many times have you heard it now?
That
Nope, this is the
sounds
first time.
absolutely horrible.
Ooh.
Then Hulk threw my legs 4 miles away from the rest of me.
Are you serious mode?
Up a snow-covered mountain. Had to claw my way to him.
How did you survive?
That lovely, forceful bisection put my healing factor to the test. Had to find my legs by their scent. My scent, if you catch my drift.
As long as Lilith controls the Hulk, we are at a disadvantage.
Yep, and we're sorely lacking in the Hulk killer department.
I volunteer you, Wolverine.
We all know what's gonna happen. Hunter. Doesn't mean I gotta be eager about it. Well, no matter what, we are sorely lacking in the Hulk killer department.
I love this Wolverine. It
Anytime
like
someone wants
brings me
my
back to
opinion,
90s
means we're
X-Men
really
Wolverine
screwed.
because it
Remind me
legitimately
not to
just
brainstorm
has
with
that.
you anymore.
Makes sense. I'm more of a claws out kind of guy. Anyway, glad you enjoyed our little Hulk survivors group. We'll meet again if we survive him next time.
Hulk Survivor Group.
After seeing Banner's soul twisted under Lilith's control, I see why Bruce used to doubt himself so much. He mistrusts the green brute because deep inside, Banner doesn't trust himself. Another thing he and I have in common.
There is still hope for Banner.
Yes, there is always hope. But do you think it's possible I'll ever see Bruce Banner in the same way ever again?
How are you, Houston? I'm excited for tonight.
Yeah. I'm excited too.
Be nice if to actually complete. If we do, or at least get close to finishing Starbound.
It would be.
What do you think should be the next game that we play?
I mean, we've been bouncing between Baldur's Gate and something else.
Yeah. Good thing we did try Red Falls. I've been reading that was a complete flop fest.
I've got 3 people about to kill me.
You want attacked on the looter shooter mechanics of like Borderlands, but worse in an empty world? There you go. There's your Redfall.
I know. It's just sad because there was a lot of hope for it, you know?
They're really like if there shouldn't have been because Arcane they made Prey and stuff, not multiplayer live services.
So
you know what I mean? Like that's not what they were known for.
I see.
It's kind of like how Bethesda made Fallout 76.
Yeah.
And it wasn't their MMO group; it was their single player group. And you know how bad that turned out?
Mm-hmm.
Conveniently also underneath ZeniMax. But also, I wasn't really part of the group that got hyped in the first place, so I'm kind of biased against it. Yada yada. And unfortunately, I don't know of any good slower paced co-op multiplayer games. that we could do together.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of multiplayer is focused on PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's very easy to get a lot of money out of. But maybe I just don't know what to look for something somewhat modern or actually would handle inadequate internet conditions very well. Which is what we would need.
Whenever we face Banner next, we owe it to ourselves
anything like
and to him to not hold back.
Requiring Twitch or good accuracy consistently. Like Killing Floor is very difficult to go through with.
You're not alone, Wanda. When the time comes,
That's
we
true.
will face your demons. Our demons. Together.
Thank you, Hunter. That gives me...
I mean, for example, with the Binding of Isaac, we still had a lot of issues with that just because it requires precision.
You know, like, I keep seeing D1 on GOG, and I was like, man, that would be pretty fun to go through together.
Not online, it won't be.
It won't.
We've tried that before.
Yeah, there's been a lot more new support since it got released on GOG, you know? So I wonder how well...
They haven't updated it, though. There might be community tools and stuff, but it's like the same issues we previously had already, which is networking.
Well, last time I was also on the school internet, and so we had to do...
And we have to port forward for that, too,
yeah.
remember?
Yeah, I know, but like what I was saying is like last time... Yeah, pretty much what I'm saying is last time, like, we also had to use a weird, like, internet protocol that's so, like, obscure and under to communicate.
Yeah. And it's going to be worse, like, outside of that part, it's going to be worse because David is effectively on Wi-Fi constantly.
Which then you just have to host it if we do want to try it.
Yeah. Or we could do Minecraft. I'm joking. We've done that, been there, done that.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard to follow.
And I'll be saving that for Broheim when he unlocks it. I've given that word.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. In my case, literally. We could all be taking better care of ourselves. That's exactly what I was thinking.
But honestly, if anything, we might just have to spend one weekend together and just verse ideas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also...
Or after we're done, if we do it quick enough.
Also, like, I'm really hoping that it does work out where you do come here and we have, you, me, and David have our road trip. Because...
What is this?
Brendan is set on moving out. Like, he's full brain set. Like, there is no doubt.
There's more to this workspace than...
And so even though it gets getting pushed out because of finances,
So,
like,
how's
he's
the
full
whole
set
saving the
getting
world
out.
thing going?
Right.
Sometimes I even press.
I also don't know about my situation since I just went for a job interview, so...
Yeah. I do need to say, in the tech industry, I feel like you'll have more opportunities here.
Yeah. But that would also require me to already have one over there in the first place.
Well, the nice part is...
To be able to afford to go
you
there.
do have a buffer. And so that buffer will hold you until you can... you land a job.
The buffer is ever so shrinking every time.
Yeah. Well, then that
it's
will
even
be...
shrunk again because, well, food stamps, they stopped paying as much.
Yeah.
And now I have to pay more bills because of that.
Well, I hope
Big Tony's Forge of Mystery. We never close.
yeah, I hope you hope we find something for you if you still agree to come here. I would love to if we find you something.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, like, at this point, I'm practically, with all the bills that I'm paying, I practically need to get a job here in addition to what I'm already being paid. Break even in a lot of ways. To have any money for fun times very soon.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is we could hold down fun times until, like, of course, like, I don't want you to feel like you gotta put yourself into a hole to be part of the group like you did X amount of years ago with PDX Land.
I mean, that one wasn't even trying to put myself in a hole. It was like, oh, that's not very much, and then it's like, oh, wait a second, suddenly more bills.
Yeah.
See you, Hunter.
But that was a unique situation for everyone.
Yeah. Because what we do, since you do have a car, I could just go there. We could put as much as we can in your car. And we'll just take the most economic option we can to get you here.
Yeah. The car mileage is 22 miles per gallon.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad at all.
That's gonna be at least.
And actually, you could probably
100 gallons, and that's about $500 in gas fees.
You'd actually be really cool. Is the moment Brendan has a leave date, you could actually start applying for jobs here. And then you put willing to relocate, and the moment you have one, that's when we start getting the ball rolling for you to get here, so we'll have a room ready for you.
Right.
That actually sounds like a really good idea. Like, you come here and you have a job ready for you.
Yeah, I just have to go through a lot of paperwork stuff, and I've been lazy about looking through all of it because it's a lot of it.
Well, once that ball gets rolling, I mean, that's when it'd be good, especially having a job waiting for you. That'll be some good inertia.
But I also feel like not too many places would, because I don't have any work experience also. I have a degree, but no work experience. We must destroy which is what I've been trying to work on.
Yeah. And you're just going, like, the reality is in your state, you're going to have to apply probably the 100, 200 jobs for you to get one that allows you, like David.
What are you saying?
Honestly, I have no idea.
But there's a lot of jobs in this area, though.
No matter how many people tell me to shut
And
up,
we
I
have
do my
here
job.
where we're at, we're connected to the max, either the bus or the train. And so,
But no, I
and then
myself
also
have
there
no
are
clue where Big D
local,
and his
since
army of foo
because of your
fighters might be.
predicament, there are options of of rides.
You hiring?
You?
Because that was the same. Those are the same options my mom had,
Hemolisks give off a
and so you
faint
could
gamma
actually
signature.
use
So I
that option
cross-referenced central
until
satellite data to find
you get, we
concentrations
can
of
help
stuff.
you like get all the
Then
licensing
figured
and
Fly's
the
commercial,
driver's
she thinks
licensing
she's too
things
good
that
for
you
it, right?
need to
So I checked shield data on private
for your
flights with
own
suspected
what's the
Hydra
word
connections around the time she
independence.
first showed up in New York, then traced back to the point of origin. Oh, and that sunlight serum is basically magic in a bottle. I had a hunch the mirror table could pick up vats of the stuff. If they shipped it anywhere, why not home base? When you put those locations together and see where they all overlap, voila, Dracula. And Sin, I'm guessing. You know I'm a journalist, right?
By the goddess. What are we waiting for?
Ah, there we go. That's posted.
Woohoo! I think I'm actually going to finish out the Dracula arc.
Hooray! Your game's finally ending.
But this is like the side arc. This is the DLC. Like, it combines all the DLCs. All the DLCs are dealing with Dracula and Sin, who is Red Skull's daughter. was they created like this vamp chain, and like puts it all together, which is pretty cool actually. Like the story in this game is fire.
Right.
Oh, that is sick. Oh, now I want to play Castlevania.
Storm, what's the forecast?
Clear skies ahead.
Sure, access the sensibilities for stuff.
Venom, eat anything behind us. Why stop there?
Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to find it better.
Deadpool, Morbius, anything comes across that bridge.
Less talking, more shooting, right, Doc?
Time to make a few house calls.
Oh gosh.
Wow, that's a serious castle. Funny how no one knew it was here all this time.
Most people can point out Transylvania on a map.
Maybe that's because it's pronounced Pennsylvania?
Point well taken, Blade.
Oh, here has block. Ooh, make him bleed. Such a good card.
Time's up for these chumps.
You're level 68.
Here it comes.
Staff is the staff. Staff.
Stuff out of here.
Oh yeah, I guess I can use that soon.
Oh darn it!
Oh darn it!
Don't cross my path again. Be my victim. It is too late.
Are we excited?
Time to pull out my belt.
Give the mother my regards in hell.
Gonna get you.
Yeah, this game is already like, it's like smooth frames all around.
That's actually a little disappointing. Disappointing because it sucks that
Yeah,
it had to be like that.
it is a very sucky notion. There we go. All the ads are taken care of. Let's taunt her.
Insert catchphrase here. Strangely predictable, right?
I will waste no more time.
How dare you
The
taunt?
world has a new apex.
Put you away because I don't need you.
Somehow,
Now,
I always knew I'd end up here.
this
And I could
now.
never picture myself in Dracula's domain.
Little old me storming Dracula's castle with the Daywalker and the living vampire? Ah, what a crossover!
I'm glad someone is having a good time.
Oh man.
So be it.
Alright, looks like we're gonna get ads. So just accept it.
My brain immediately went to advertisements, and I was like, "Well, that's."
Oh yeah. Luckily it's not a phone game. Which, to be honest, I think a phone game will be a lot more stable than this game was.
Only until you get past where the store is required. Once the store has been passed, it's free game there. The laugh is in pain. Where it is
Left
true.
me no choice.
Oh, you got your morbs all over 'em.
I've been waiting.
Pathetic.
I think you got him. Never mind. These fanatics are always the same. You kiss the mother with that mouth?
think. We share some of the same traits. The same blood as these mindless retainers.
Speak for yourself.
Aside from the teeth, the eyes, that unique vampire aroma you all seem to have.
That's not what I was saying at all, fool.
I shall never cower.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
I heard the.
You hear the.
Yes.
You're every bit as good as they say.
I feel sorry.
Yeah, it's my day. All things cringe. You just get very thick skin. Sometimes.
You can only do that for so long, sir.
Oh, goodbye, Sin.
Die!
Did you ever play Final Fantasy X?
Oh.
I think you said you haven't?
She just got let you get. I have played Final Fantasy X for the PS2.
For the PS2, yeah.
Yep. But it's like
Did
as
you-
a kid I played it. It's on my very long list.
Maybe it can be next on your list.
That's true. Maybe.
Did you know they still sell PS2 copies of it?
I'm not surprised.
On like, I think it's on Square Enix's web store. They sell PS2 copies that they ship to you.
Was that your full power?
And then some.
If I knew that, I would have never gotten the PS3 version of it.
Venom and Storm with
Which,
me.
to be fair, I
Morbius,
never played
Deadpool,
either.
Can you buy us some time?
I got it, but I never played
Let me
it.
guess.
Because by then the PS3 was.
Don't they have like a remastered version of it on Steam?
Discussion.
Yeah, I think people say it's worse than the PS2 in some ways.
Oh,
but
man.
it's like just the remaster in general because it's like. It was kind of how they like redid some things, but it's since it's on Steam on computer, it's probably easily able to be made equivalent or better. Because that's what fans do when their beloved games are
true.
tarnished. Or in Kingdom Hearts situation, instead of doing that, the people that fix it get ran out of the community by too many demands of the other people, and then no one gets the fixes overall.
I always
As long as
love how heroes they always invaded Empire when they were at their full strength when it's dark.
Your power.
Yeah. It's like,
As you underestimate mine.
Speaking of fixes for things, did they ever actually update it?
Defeat Dracula, complete the mission.
You must see it by now, Dracula. Your game is coming to an end.
This time, you will be our toy. Good.
They have not
You're
for at least a
feeling
year, okay.
confident. I don't want any excuses when you lay vanquished at my feet.
Keep talking. I'm gonna enjoy this.
The sky is the limit.
Beautiful.
The forces of nature. summon spout.
Don't blink. You should have tried harder. Time to bleed.
Yeah! That didn't go up!
Beautiful. I don't know. I'm gonna have to, after this, on the way, I went to pick up communion bread. For your place. I know, I'm just telling you what my plan is. And I'm still, like, if you just want to figure out whatever for you and Bailey, like, I'm still good from the pizza I had earlier. Always eat. I'm just... Okay.
Someone here smells like aged meat. Very aged.
Alright, Charlie, dip in 10 minutes, my friend.
How many times must you fail before you accept the truth? Our hunger is our strength. We will not suffer your bloodlust again. Your appetites are your own beast. I simply We will satisfy them with your So be it.
Brace yourself. Are you prepared?
Your blood will renew me.
Face your end.
Never seen that before.
Answers that. I was going,
The damage you inflicted upon Dahlia will take years to repair, but at least she'll know her tormentor is no more.
The girl should feel lucky to have served a higher purpose with her life. Her pain had meaning. We will see how you like it.
You asked for it.
Feeling strong today.
will show you true power.
Sometimes we wish that we could fly too.
Look to the sky.
You won't leave here alive. That's one hell of a
game.
move.
At least DLC run came. And now we're gonna see a cutscene of Dracula's final moments.
Ooh, cutscene.
Screw this, I'm not missing the boss fight.
Deadpool looks at the camera. Screw this, I'm not missing the boss fights. He just joins fight. Slow motion. Step, step. Step, step. Step. He's going to stake Dracula in his little corrupted heart. Actually, this cutscene's very smooth. Post Game 2K out of it.
I'm sorry that you had to deal with it for so long.
Oh. Finish him. My Dracula heart.
You think you've won? Without my grand endeavor, nothing will protect you from what is coming.
Man.
We'll manage. Oh, did you want to get a lick in?
Oh no, you had it handled. My concern, as always, is the bigger picture. The new breed vampires are no more.
No more bad food.
Maybe. You like pancakes?
It is past time we go.
Never been so happy to see a shiny blue hole. Oh, except for the time I met Ronan the Accuser. It's beautiful.
Do you think he's really gone?
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Morbius is a good guy. I like Morbius. I'm happy Morbin and Blade are a friend up.
Wait, so that's a DLC?
Yeah, that was all the DLCs combined. That was like the very ending. I mean, there might be more DLCs with stuff out, but for right now, which is perfect timing because if I would have been in the game anytime before this, like Storm was the last of the Dracula arc, and the Storm DLC just recently came out. Ominous cutscene. Ominous cutscene. Oh yeah. No, yep. Even after every time loading into the homeroom, is super slow. Like this cutscene, since it's part of loading into the homeroom, is like at 1 frame a second, maybe 0.5
That's
frame.
Unfortunate. Made the game run better, just not the loading times.
Yeah. It's on the SSD. We disabled the 2K thing. I don't know what else to do.
Open up Task Manager while it's loading.
So Sin is still alive. Okay. That kind of be expected. I shall not make the same mistake twice. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. Ustin, I'll catch you later. See you
You're
in a
heading
few
off
hours.
now?
Yep. Taking Broheim home. All right. I love you, man.
It was not a lack of starving.
Peace.
Peace. Drive safe.